You'd mentioned something about competition beforehand, and it piqued my interest. What did you prefer? I'm sure from time to time it was different, depending on the stage or your mindset. Were there times where you liked to see your competitors? Did it give you a competitive advantage at certain stages of the race to know where the other competitors were, or to actually physically see them?
It depends. It really depends. Honestly, it can completely destroy you if you're in the wrong state of mind and you're like seeing another rider like overtaking you, and he just looks fresh and happy and I don't know. Like once I met a guy in the race from Switzerland, and I told you I had to quit my first race. Then I came back 2 years later. I won the race. I was the youngest winner. I was 28 years. It was like a big sensation. And then after my first win, I came back again. And I think in that moment, I was very sure that I would be like the best guy in the field. And I didn't really expect the guy from Switzerland to be like as strong as me. And then I met him in the race. I was really starting slow. I had a lot of problems with the heat, and I was like vomiting and didn't keep the nutrition. And he was riding super strong in the beginning, but he was a rookie. He did it his first time. And then after 3 days and a half, I was like catching him, and I was so happy to see him. I thought, okay, I was fighting in the last 3 days. I was having a hard time, and now I really catch him. It was great. But then 2 hours later, he was overtaking me again. And I was starting to struggle a little bit and suffering from the heat in Kansas. And it was so humid. And really, I didn't feel good. And he was overtaking me, and he seemed happy on the bike. He was like having a small talk with me. And he didn't really look tired at all. And I was like feeling like shit. And it completely destroyed me to see him. So it's like a big difference. And then this was such a close race. It was like a psycho thriller. It was really crazy because we met a lot of times in the race. It was so close and so there was just a few minutes between him and me. But he crushed me psychologically, because he always seemed like freshly shaved. We have seen a picture of him on his website or on the internet. He was having a sleeping break for 1 hour, and usually when you are woken up after 1 hour, you are like cold, you're like shivering, you're confused, you
look like crap,
your knees are hurting because they are getting stiff. You need to begin riding the bike very slow to find the rhythm again. And we saw a picture from him. He was like shaving his face after 1 hour of sleep. And he was like, oh, I'm happy to continue the race. And it just destroyed me, I was suffering, and he was like happy without suffering. And I think it wasn't the truth, because he was just like
a lot of his
acting, of course, maybe, but he was successful because he won the race in the end. But next year, because I was really disappointed and sad and frustrated to be second place behind him.
Oh, he beat you that time?
Yes, he won the race. I was second. But then the good thing, of course, I was like...
And he was a rookie that year?
He was a rookie.
No, I can feel it now.
But I turned my frustration into positive motivation for the next year. So I told myself, the next year I'm gonna
shave. No.
I didn't shave, but I rode faster. So, and I also make the decision, I will not show my emotions to him, because on my website, the blog on my website and the Facebook updates, we were honest.
Hast dich ausgekotzt. He puked himself out.
Yes,
he was
we've been
venting.
Honest. We've been honest and authentic. My team put a picture of me on Facebook, and because people at home want you to know how I am. And my team wrote it update.
It's great for your fans. It's not great for your competitors.
Yes. And they said, oh, Christoph is suffering from the heat and he's vomiting and he has a tough time, but he keeps on riding. And my competitors did read it as well. And they knew, oh, the champion is like having a tough time. This is my chance. And
wow, that's incredibly valuable information.
So
you can over-communicate too to the wrong people.
You can over-communicate.
Yeah.
And in the next year, we came back and we had the plan of starting the start of the races in the middle of the day at 3 p.m. in the afternoon.
Really?
Yeah.
So that you had